And we're going to kick off now with the front page of Friday's Telegraph. And the Chancellor is being resolute. Leo, you've got this one.
Yeah, so MPs are revolting. They really are. They're physically repulsive. But they're also revolting against Kwasi Kwarteng and Liz Truss. The Chancellor has admitted that his mini budget has caused some turbulence.
Understatement.
Which is a bit like the German wings pilot saying, apologies if, you felt a little bump there.
It's like my wife saying... she's open to the possibility of having some kids.
Yeah, he's got 5 kids.
You would need that joke, yeah.
A lot of kids. A lot of kids by today's standards. Medieval times, people would be like, why don't you have 13 kids?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But, Kwasi Kwarteng is saying he's not going anywhere, which is political speak for I am going somewhere very soon, and it's not my choice. He says he's totally focused on the growth agenda. The growth agenda seems weird because they announced these really inflationary tax cuts, which would be great if they were balanced by public spending cuts, but they've said we're not going to cut any public spending. So it's going to pump inflation, which then means interest rates are going to have to go up. So then it's going to cost the government loads of money and it's going to restrict a lot of growth. So it doesn't make any sense. And he's refused to rule out U-turning on some elements of the mini-budget.
So what do you think, though, Leo? Do you think that with all these U-turns or prospective U-turns, actually the government would be in a much stronger place if it just stuck to its guns and sort of see what happens?
No, not really. I mean, I think the part of government is listening to feedback, and obviously they should have done that before they announced the budget. They should have spoken to the Office of Budgetary Responsibility and all the rest of it, but they didn't. And now it's time to listen to the population.
And haven't they scrapped the policy unit as well? I mean, they're not really taking much advice at the moment. It feels a bit like Truss and Kwasi are sort of going their own road here.
Yeah, but I mean, just the opprobrium to the tax cuts. Some of the tax cuts are really good, like the national insurance tax cut is brilliant. That's going to benefit workers. The income tax cut as well, really good. It's going to benefit lots of people and really reward strivers, which I think is a good thing to do if you want growth. But the corporation tax cut, nobody was asking. Businesses weren't asking for that. IR35, closing that tax loophole, that just seems to cut off money to the Treasury. So, I mean, I don't understand that. And the lifting the cap on bankers' bonuses. Nobody.
But that was never going to be a popular one, was it?
Nobody's going to march in the streets demanding that bankers' bonuses, bankers get more bonuses.
That was an odd one. That felt like a gift to the other side. But Josh, do you think that Liz Truss is the Lady Jane Grey of politics? Is she just going to be out within a few days?
Well, it could be. I mean, looking at that Daily Star paper, lettuces. I buy Tesco lettuces. They don't last long.
No.
So it could. But they said here. He said he and this is it. He's in Washington at the moment for speaking to the IMF, and he said that he and Prime Minister Liz Truss would still be in this post this time next month. That's not.
That's not that reassuring.
He's not aiming that high.
No, I know.
He's not like reassuring. Don't worry, we'll be here next year or whatever. He's going. Yeah, we'll make a month.
Well, this article and various of the front pages tomorrow are talking about this idea of Penny Mordaunt or Rishi Sunak sort of being lined up, and there are these rebels, as there always are. There's rebels there with their daggers drawn behind closed doors. This is going to get ugly and Shakespearean very, very quickly, right?
And the trouble with the Tory party is their actual process for choosing a leader lasts about 10 times as long as the leader does. So it's an 8-week selection process.
That's how they're going to stay in power. That's their tactic. They're just going to keep on getting a new thing. They'll be in there forever.
Yeah, but I mean, the 8-week selection process really did sort of mean that the Tory party, it seemed like they lost control of power and they lost control of the country. They had 8 weeks of nobody being in charge.
OK, not good news for the Tories.